Hi, I will remember your birthday soon. Hold on.
Rexy Goblina Jones. Testing.
Hi, I will remember. I will make your birthday soon. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Testing again.
Okay, hold on.
What you doing?
Yeah, you're live.
I'm not live yet.
Well, you are live on my stream.
Oh. Alright. Remember, I start a little bit later because they have, like, lots of crap to, sort out. The life of streaming on a goddamn laptop. Am I right?
Yeah, it sucks. Also, I forgot to put my little...
I lost all my NT desktops, so I have no more Windows desktop hardware left. So yeah. Okay, I do have one NT desktop left, but it's really, really crap. And was quite frankly only built as a low-end prototype for a different machine that also died recently of hard drive failure. Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Alright, time to build the metro.
Yep. But yeah, my Windows NT and or Neptune desktop hardware, well, what happened to it? Well, Vixen died of hard drive failure, and all the other Windows desktops I have are crap. Varying levels of crap. Alright. Three, 2, 1, blast off! Alright everyone, it is I, Schrodinger Jastar Valentine, and today, we're gonna be playing some more Minecraft. So yeah, last time was a bit of chaos in the, in Heaven's Pillar, as you know. More specifically, the Monarchy attacked, which, still kinda mad, because, you know, that was, completely unprovoked, but whatever. But now we can finally begin progress on the metro leading from Wall Street all the way to the Federation. Which, I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna be quite an undertaking, especially since it took the Monarchy a good long while to build their rail system, so yeah, keeping that in mind, you could pretty much guess the time frame for when the yeah, you could pretty much guess the time frame for when the metro will be completed, which, to be honest, yeah, it's gonna take quite a while. So let's get into this. So let's actually do this here.
So, yeah,
Okay, yeah, it's lagging a bit. Yeah, I could tell that. Something got damaged over just Iron Manning this laptop and hoping for the best after Vixen's hard drive died. Which, by the way, if you are curious as to what laptop it is, I believe I at least talked about it a bit in previous streams. This is an Asus and/or Gateway laptop, TUF A16.
okay, so, what are you planning to do in the metro?
First up, I'm making some food. But I'm also going to be extracting the stone we use for the tunnels as well. Just because I have a huge quarry that's pretty much been hollowed out, but it's still got enough stone left for one more gig. After our beautiful Heaven's Pillar up there.
Well, it's just one floor of Heaven's Pillar as far as I'm concerned. It's really not that much, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Right. May I ask how you the server? Oh, join the server. You're gonna have to basically add one of us into the, friends, and, we don't know you yet.
Yeah,
but
you're gonna have to add, and even then, we do very strict background checks on everyone who comes through here after a very recent incident involving a particular man by the name of Kai.
Yeah, he was kind of a hacker and a troll, so... Right, Lemon Llama, we're gonna let you in. Hold on. Or at least, you know, let us know what your Discord is, and, we might just be able to let you in. That's weird.
What?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. What now?
No, it's just that I forgot to activate the Twitch source so that the text-to-speech could actually do it, so... yeah. God, what is up with
Oh
voice?
my god, every time I hear the phrase, hold on, it's one of my trigger phrases. for me, as you know. It
It's
actually
okay.
caused me.
Nothing wrong is there. Just, it's okay. You can stop holding on.
I know. Because my first thought upon hearing "hold on" is, ah, crap. And yes, I do use it a lot too, but honestly, giving all the tech support issues with certain series, like this one? Yeah. Yeah, when I don't know the context of the hold on, I get a little nervous! Just, you know, a little. A tiny, teeny bit nervous.
So, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, and if it occasionally drops frames on my end, that's because my modem is busted still. Fortunately, it is a Qualcomm modem and not, you know, an Intel one, so there will be no overheating and just complete lockups and freezes like on Intel ones, so we're good.
Are you hearing some background noise?
A little bit on your end, but it's fine. And that's why I keep my steps simple, is because less moving parts to troubleshoot, you know?
Something's wrong. There we go.
Something's wrong with what?
The chest, it was kind of, getting a bit, it was open indefinitely and then it closed.
Yeah, that's... And people ask me why I don't fill my streams with eye candy and on-screen chats and crap. Just too much to troubleshoot for me. I just prefer simple and clean because, you know, everything just works.
How do you make, grass blocks or leaf blocks?
Okay, everything works except for my subscribe notifications. Those are a little finicky because, yeah, Stream Elements and YouTube are not one-to-one compatible. But yeah, I'm currently looking for more coal right now. Because I know that we're gonna have a shortage pretty soon. Oh, I got emeralds! Yeah, but generally, the difference between me and Rexy's streams and how she does it and I do it are down to a difference in ideology and philosophy with how we configure our subs. With my setup, I always tend to follow substance over style. What's that? That basically means, you know, I'm more about the content of the stream and less about having, you know, chat show up on stream and lots of other eye candy to look at. Damn it, my leg fell asleep. You know what one of the worst forms of pain is? Experiencing your leg falling asleep. Oh my god.
That must suck.
There we go. Rexy, she's more of a balance between style and substance. Like, she has, you know, the on-screen chat and all that, but she also has a lot of, you know, a lot of substance too. And then there are some streamers who are all style and no substance, and I'm not calling out any names there.
Actually, I would prefer if you call out names.
God damn it.
So, Chad, what do you think about this water book?
Rexy, the lag on your end is actually insane.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck?
What do you mean lag?
No, it could be my end because, again, this is a desktop. Well, no, this is a laptop, and laptops generally are just not all that great anyway for streaming. And two, on top of this already being, a laptop, my mode's a little busted up too, so. And yep, the CPU fighting is already set. Alright. I wish I had my old... I wish I had any Windows desktop back whatsoever.
Maybe I'm trying a little too hard.
Nah, you're doing just fine. Sorry, I had to check something real quick.
Is this the
Everyone's still connected to the world just fine?
is this a Federation horse?
Alright, good. I had to go check something because my...
Is this a Federation horse?
No, that's an Imperial one. We do not own horses yet. Yeah, sorry about randomly disconnecting there. Yeah, sometimes I have issues where one of my computers acts up and then I have to go check if it's done with all my desktops or rather all my PCs or if it's just that particular PC or that particular computer I should say, because the one that was acting up was the Linux Dell again. I always have problems with that Linux Dell because it is a Dell, and Dells are terrible.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. Nope, it is something screwy with my modem this time. That's not actually my Dell. That is actually, there's something screwy going on my modem this time again. Yeah, I think my modem started to crap out because it's been having just non-stop tech issues. Like in VR chat, when we tried to stream that again, I literally could not go to certain worlds because crap kept lagging and just almost disconnecting. Yeah, there's definitely... I think my modem might be shot, guys.
How much does the modem cost?
Try $100 and $300 modems.
Okay.
Which, once again, My dad is actually stupid. Because honestly, what we were doing beforehand was $15 a month for modems from Xfinity that actually worked. And what we are doing now is like $200 to $300 to even $100 for cheap old used modems that either come with tons of defects, like this one did, or hey Voxel, how you doing? Sure. Or in the worst, or rather the best case scenarios, will come with will come working for, you know, a little while, but will be so heavily used by then, like in the case of the Intel Puma modem, which, yeah, I know Intel Puma is Coffee Lake, and Coffee Lake was known for having lots of voltage control issues and literally cooking themselves to death. But, you know, that one did work for a little while before it eventually burned. Yeah, Coffee Lake was by far one of Intel's worst architectures ever. And then they made the same mistakes with Alder Lake, just, you know, try to disable voltage regulation and screw up everything there. Alright, which server did you post in Vox?
I'm kind of stuck in the monarchy.
But yeah, one was heavily used. It did last a little while, but then burned. And the other came with tons of defects, which... But yeah, one worked for a little while, and then died. And then the other... Wait. This walkway was not built by the Federation? Then again, it didn't look like the usual Federation design, so... There we go. But yeah, those are pretty much the choices we have between modems. It's either old used junk that could barely work, or old used modems that will work for a little while and then eventually die. And I don't know, I've started looking at used desktops on Rexy's suggestion, on a lot of people's suggestions, and currently I'm torn between just getting, you know, some consumer grade whatever and fixing it up with parts from various systems of mine. Which, you know, perfectly serviceable. Or, I don't know, maybe getting a business and or workstation desktop, like maybe an old Precision or a ThinkStation or something like that. I hear a lot of people like ZAG4 in particular from HP. And then just fixing that up to use as a basic Windows 11 system, at least until you get something that's, you know, actually modern. Yeah. And I think I responded to it in this server, in fact.
Do you have any spare armor?
Spare armor, yeah, I do. And I think it might be in the armory, and if it's not, then I can quickly cook some up. There we go. Yeah, I like it. Probably the cleanest install I've ever seen. Especially compared to what I might get. Oh god, if I actually have to get So one of the lowest cost Windows 11 compatible desktops. One of the things that I can't afford right now is the Precision 7820. And I think you all know what that is made by. I think you know who makes that particular system.
Who?
Well, it's Precision. Guess what Precision is a brand of?
I don't know.
Dell.
Oh.
Yeah, Dell Precision. Yeah. Nice. Luckily, I know that my ROG MG248QR monitor I'm using right now will work with it, because that thing works with just about anything.
Can you grow hellwood or netherwood?
Oh crap, I'm gonna have to go to the nether to do that.
I'm in the nether.
No. That is Rexy. She is pretty much my female co-host, more or less.
Yeah.
And we're over Discord voice chat. Well, actually I do know the direction to some Hellwood.
Wait. Let me check. Hold on. I can actually make it so that your voice chat, your chat actually does seem to be in text-to-speech. Hold on. I think I can do this. I just need a link to your,
No, I prefer not to sync my chat with yours.
Yeah, but I think my viewers should know what's going on, you know?
It's at least not on a mainline stream. Maybe on a test stream we can experiment with it, but I don't know. Like, I don't like experimenting on mainline stuff. It's one of my bugaboos, my sensitivities, you know?
Come on. I think it would be fun.
I know you're a natural-born scientist. I'm a natural-born worrywart who freaks out over every little thing.
Hold on, I'm over here.
I've been here.
I'm over here.
Alright.
Hold on.
It's right over there, crap! There it is.
You okay?
The blue stuff. That's the Hellwood.
Yeah, I know. I already got some.
Alright, I'm good. Damn it, I died. Well, I could have been killed in worse ways, I guess. Oh yeah, recommend antivirus software. I don't think what you had was caused by a virus.
Hold on.
Malwarebytes, maybe. Though again, I think what you had was a hardware issue.
Hold on, let's see. Okay, let's see if this works.
Yeah. FNAF team, don't goad him, please.
Hey, I can hear you.
Yeah, hell yeah. Nice. Wait a minute. Did you just link our chats together with the...
Yes.
Never try something that reckless ever again. Sorry.
Oh well.
That's another thing about Rexy compared to me. She's more badass and daring and, you know, just willing to experiment. I'm more nervous and scared that crap's gonna break if I so much as touch it. Nah, just kidding. I've gotten a lot tougher over the years. Slowly but surely. It's more that I'm just scared of breaking my setup. And that's why when I get things in the way, like, I don't, you know, generally experiment as much. Alright, gonna go get... I'm doing pretty good. Oh wait, that was for Voxel.
There we go.
Can you teleport to me?
Alright. Are you in the nether still?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a little harder. Yeah, you are not in the same dimensions, so I'm gonna have to go to the nether first.
Wait, don't. I'm back.
Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, teleport jumping does not work cross-dimension. Also moved all the stone to one of the chests because I'm busy getting more.
Hey, where's the stone?
I'll show ya. It's right here. There it is. Yeah, I moved it out of the way because I was going to, I was getting more stone. There we go. Alright, there we go.
Anyone wanna chat here? Not really. I'm doing alright so far. To IPA to install the GPU driver. Wish ya GN. Hello.
medieval man. I'm a medieval man. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Why do you keep touching me? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Why do you keep touching me? What do you want? What do you want? Why do you keep touching me? In the age of chaos, in the age of chaos, in the age of chaos, two factions battle for dominance. In the age of chaos, in the age of chaos, in the age of chaos, two factions battle for dominance. Welcome to the world of Warcraft.
Optiplex it was sold with, it had issues too. Operating system would freeze on first test. Just things wouldn't work right at all. So I don't know. I'm gonna pull the Win 10 drive from another system and see if I'm crazy or if there really is something going on.
I'm back. I just had to eat, and unfortunately, heartburn is such a bitch, to be honest, that I ended up. I don't even want to say it, but let's just say I regurgitated some of the food.
Oh, damn.
So, yeah.
Alright. I also made a lot of stone for us, so we'll
Alright,
pretty
that's
much
nice.
not run out of stone anytime soon, especially with bricks.
Okay, so, did you do anything on the metro?
Not yet, except for gathering the stone for it.
Alright.
Yeah, this is the chest where all the stone's gonna go, by the way. So I should, this one over here. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to promote my stream considering that it's, it's not doing very well right now, so I'm gonna have to promote it again. I don't know. Chat from Valstream. What do you think I should do? There's TTS, so... Oh my gosh. Don't tell me you disconnected.
No, I did not.
Okay.
No, I was looking at... I'm multitasking right now. I'm looking at desktop computers while also doing this.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, you know what? I'm willing to sell for a cheap desktop. If it works...
Depends on
I'm
your
willing to
budget,
get
to be
it.
honest. I don't know. To be honest, I got lucky with my own rig with the 1050 Ti and everything. It still ends up acting weird in a sense, and every time it boots up, sometimes it blue screens, but then after that, it just ends up acting normally. And yeah.
Honestly, I'm willing to just get an Optiplex and then modify it.
Why are you laughing?
Because I hate the prospect of using an Optiplex.
That sounds familiar.
It's made by Dell.
Oh.
And eBay is crawling with Dells.
You got any milk?
Milk? I'm gonna have to go get some.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Or water bottles. Anyway, I found the trader, but he's not selling anything good.
Guess what? Yeah, guess what brand is more common to find on eBay than any other brand when looking for computers there?
Dell. I know. Dell.
Yeah, there are more Dells than anything else.
I don't know. Why don't you go for... let's see. Fuck. A Sony Vaio.
Alright.
That could work.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty much my two options. Optiplex and Vaio. Because most people who have had an Optiplex say, you know, it's better than nothing in a pinch.
Oh, God.
There we go. I got the milk.
Okay. So are you gonna give me the stone?
The stone is over here.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot.
Yep. You see, when I plan for these projects, I don't just simply plan for one day. I plan for the foreseeable future.
Okay.
And that's why I began gathering tons of resources to build as much of it as possible.
Did you see the metro by any chance?
Yeah.
Can you make some stone stairs while you're at it?
Alright.
Do you have any water buckets?
I'm gonna go get one. I have to close up, so... You see, to get water, I have to close up the, Actually, no, I have to go down, all the way down with the bucket to the old capital and get water from there. But that should be right quick after I make the stone stairs.
Okay, I need to finish the main railway. Do you have any more crap? Any more rails?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go get the iron for them, but yeah, we do
I got iron.
have a point. Alright. In other words, yeah, we can make plenty of them. Alright, cobblestone stairs are stored in... Frick. We'll have to build. Yeah, we'll have to put a... Alright, so we got these four. And then... Alright, we got 52 rails in the chest as well. All in the chest facing the window, where I put all the resources.
Make sure you make some rails for redstone rails and torches.
Alright.
I need, like, hold on. Oh god. Oh my god, there's a pig. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 rails.
Yep.
Oh, and do you have any stairs? Any stone stairs? I think we can agree.
Yeah, there. I think I put them in the chests as well.
Oh crap. I can still make some on my own though.
General rule of thumb, if a general rule of thumb with me is if it's recently made, then I put it in one of the chests. And usually I put it in the chest that is least full. And the chest by the window is currently the one that's least full. Sorry for going into a bit of detail there.
Great.
Yeah?
I fell.
At least it's not as... Yeah.
Did you make the rails?
I'm currently in the process of doing so.
Oh, great. Oh, wait, you removed the rails for the redstone, right?
Yeah, I'm making rails for the redstone right now.
Yeah, I saw some rails got removed.
Yeah. I'm also mining some iron right now.
It's in the It's in the rails are over there, right? And the factory
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah, it's at the factory floor. Yep.
Which box?
Same freaking one as before.
There it is. I see.
Also,
I see one powered rail, but where is
Yeah.
it? Where is it?
that was the one.
Did it get stolen?
No, I haven't made the rest of the power rails yet because I'm still finding more iron,
I need 26 rails.
which is what I'm trying to make.
Okay. Oh.
Please be patient, alright?
Alright.
Alright, we got lots of gold. Let's make this. Where the rubber hits the road here. And now we're gonna need some sticks. Sticks. Oh, there we are. There's a stick. Alright. Keep cooking. Because I'm gonna need lots of gold to make these power rails. And sorry if I get a little angry sometimes.
Say, what are you gonna do when the flying gas come?
Where the flying gas come? Oh yeah, the airship thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might lag behind a little with the technology, but we will catch up eventually.
Well, I'll get you a flying gas.
Yeah. I cut down one entire goddamn tree for this. Dick. We need lots of you guys. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna need to go get some more gold, but we at least have 12 rails so far. Powered rails now sitting inside of there. Now time to go get some more. Wait. No. Maybe I have gold up in. Yeah. Sorry if sometimes I get a little grouchy when people start putting tons of pressure on me.
It's okay, it's okay.
I don't do well under pressure. And my mom was always like, oh, if you can't take the heat, then don't be cooking in the kitchen. It's not that at all. It's more of a, I have trouble with pressure because it genuinely makes me super self-conscious. It makes me feel like not enough and stuff. Alright, now we have 18 rails. go. Damn it. Alright. There we go. My CPU always does that. Because again, it's struggling between literally rendering and outputting all the frames for stream and all the calculations Minecraft does, which are super CPU intensive. Yes. Raw gold. You know what? There we go. Ow! Stop punching people! Sorry. Alright. I got like 2 of the credits left. Here's like the last credit left. Here it is. Yes, I did. But I do have one last credit. And if you really wanted to, I could just go back and transfer. But we do have one last universal credit. You are the holder of the last universal credit in the world. Nice. I need to stop being so utilitarian-minded. I need to start caring about things like history.
You got any redstone?
Yes, I do. 15 left, but I'm trying
I'll
to...
need 8. I'll need 8. Alright, is that for him or is that for me?
That's for... Fuck. I mean, crap.
Hey, hey!
FNAF team, you're gonna have to give her the rest. Here's all the redstone I have.
I just need one more.
I know. Also, the powered rails and redstone, they're in this chest.
I know, I saw. Good job.
I know.
Where the heck is the how can I extract redstone from the torches?
No, you can't. Also, you left your rails behind.
I know. Give me a moment. Just I need one more redstone so that I can create two targets.
He left the redstone behind. Don't worry.
Where is he? Where is it?
I was gonna give it to you.
Oh, thank goodness. Alright, that should be more than enough.
You're so terrible at coordinating.
Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right. Crap, I'm gonna have to. I don't have any arrows. Well, actually, there are 2 arrows that I can make.
Alright. Oh, damn. Alright, that is the third time my modem has done that all stream. Ugh, okay. Alright, both of the flags placed on the building before the battle. And yes, those are the flags taken from the Federation HQ as a trophy by FNAF team. And yeah, those are the captured beds and stuff. You have been selected for a very important mission. Follow me. Take the gear you are given and defend what's soon to be ours. The opportunity to earn money, get promoted, and be a war hero, and build your career. Once we succeeded, all your names will be on the statues commemorating our success. You will become history. So, march on, soldiers. Let's take what's ours. The world will once again see the power of the monarchy's forces. So good luck, the Emperor. And that is, Paromas. I have no clue what he's saying there.
Wait, Paroma's a dude?
Yeah, Paroma's male.
I thought it was a she. I thought his avatar looked like Hatsune Miku.
Me and Paroma were prepared sooner, and then Dragon joined in a bit. The latter needing an update on its Minecraft. We got in using a prepared elevator, modified rooftop cafe return elevator, to access the stash of gear I prepared there. It is in the room we claimed. Everything went swimmingly well. Paroma guarded the elevator, and Dragon guarded the Federation's forces, who were running around trying to access the 11th and 12th floors we were in. However they could. I used the time to take everything from... and also took down a Federation flag as a souvenir. We hung up 2 monarchy flags at the platform at the very start before combat took place, which were taken down after the fighting stopped. I took both as souvenirs alongside it. Rexy was very obedient towards the Federation and didn't back down, which I respect, although Dragon was very bloodthirsty and killed both of them many times. I'm absolutely promoting both of them, as they've done an extraordinary job today. And I expected them to... During time before the peace agreement was signed, the fighting mostly stopped, though there were skirmishes here and there. Mostly from Dragon. Looting also took place, which was completely out of my control. I did break some windows as a celebration of our win after the agreement was signed. Overall, I'm very pleased by the way our troops behaved, as everything went perfectly according to plan. Yeah, no thanks, Microsoft. The attack was completely unprovoked. There's mine. And was made for practically no reason other than to flax. We did hold our guard pretty well, though. I will admit, we are more than capable than what we used to be. That being said, repairing Heaven's Pillar, which on its own is a technological marvel, being the tallest building in the whole world, is not going to be easy. Let's hope this doesn't happen again in the future. Oh, oh crap. As for the armor, our troops, used iron armor with enchants, as we never intended for this to be a full-on war. Merely a propaganda/scare battle. Purely to set our power and prove a point, which we did. And then the Federation is just Val and, well, me, Val, and then Rexy. Blocks used to cover the elevators were 3 sponges, which didn't work. So we used a cobblestone that Paroma gave me, and also obsidian, which was very hard to clean out. And the flag was also placed on said cobblestone. Only one. The second one was on the wall directly. Horses were also used and worked quite well. We dropped them down 2x2 shafts we made in front of the elevator on floor 10. All the horses used in combat survived. No casualties. Overall, I'm very happy with the outcome of this mission, and as always, the Monarchy's forces have held up to their high standards of being undefeated. Thank you for reading all this, and if this book is in a museum, then enjoy the rest of it. Alright. I was about to learn how to make the national flag of the Federation until I saw the pillar window of Heaven's Pillar break. Oh yeah, and FNAF Team's phone died. We were under attack. I immediately yelled for the Federation before I went into battle. I unfortunately suffered many casualties and was cornered by FNAF Team's great and terrible dragon. He grew to my room, he slashed at me with a burning blade, and shot me with a damaging arrow. One which I now have as a trophy. On a statue memorial site, I went to battle with Paroma. It's Paroma. Outgeared and against all odds, I managed to slay her with many and a desperate slash. Paroma's male. He fell in battle as my first blood. Once that happened, I tried to once again storm the Yosuba building to no avail. Again being cornered by Dragon. We exchanged many an insult that day, and it was not pleasant. Once the fighting stopped, FNAF Team ordered his men and women to stop. After much tense negotiation, we wrote the peace treaty, and the war was over. We cleaned up afterward. Lots of repairs were also needed. Oh yeah, here's the peace treaty. The monarchy gets one room in Heaven's Pillar, Phallus Penthouse. That is completely unused, but cannot take any territory beyond that. They must also pay for repairs to Heaven's Pillar after what they did. Additionally, but yeah, here's the other clause that they add in. So the monarchy gets the right to hang monarchy flags on this floor and on the floor below. Any state propaganda is also fully allowed. If any of these rules is broken, they get to take over an entire 2 floors via any force. Yeah, they also, of course, archived our armor. And they can also purchase any of the floors or rooms here. But the price must be set by the seller. So yeah. And yeah, there's Paroma's armor. There's a crossbow. And then, yeah. Yep. Wonder what that's gonna be back here. Now, I'm gonna keep going until, so I'm gonna keep stream rolling for a little while now. That being said, I will at least keep it going for, let's see, how much longer should I keep going? Yeah, until 7 p.m. That's when I'm gonna finish up. Because my modem has been really weird today. I have to do like tons of crap for computer searches. It's just a whole thing.
This is probably the closest thing that I have to a gun.
Nice.
A crossbow.
Yep.
Teabag.
Oh, dear God. For God's sake, my Radeon drivers had the temperature sensor on the dedicated GPU fail again. That is fan-frickin-tastic.
I haven't seen any progress on the drawing.
I made some progress, but I'll definitely get back to working on it. I've been dealing with some stuff IRL.
Alright, makes sense.
And people wonder why I goddamn hate streaming on Radeon. It's because crap like this will happen, where my temperature sensor will just stop working for the dedicated card. And which will be a catastrophic scenario where I'll need to reboot the entire laptop. Like, sure, Intel Arc has their own driver issues with overhead stuff, but it's nothing compared to the driver hell that are Radeon cards.
You know, can we talk about something else though? Cause I don't know, it's getting boring to be honest.
Sorry.
I don't know, really. Like, I don't know, what's your favorite video game? Let's talk about that.
Sorry, I just have to deal with computer stuff all the time right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, favorite video game. Honestly, well, no, it's BioShock. That is my favorite video game of all time.
It's pretty good, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think I've told a lot of people this before. I know that FNAF team would rather it be Minecraft, but yeah, it will never be Minecraft. It will always be BioShock.
Dude, where's the food that I put in there? Dude, where's the food? I put some food in there.
Oh, where's the food? I actually took it and started eating it.
Sheesh. You ate all of it?
No, there's actually 7 steaks. Here you go.
Alright.
There we go.
Yeah, those are my cows that they're eating right now, so yeah.
Had to yawn. Alright, FNAF team's not rejoining anymore, so in other words, we'll end off here.
Well, that sucks.
So that's pretty much it for this stream. Feels so good to finally start work on the new program. On the new, Metro project. Now, yeah, we will pretty much have to figure out, you know, how we're gonna connect it to Heaven's Pillar, but, that won't be too hard. And I finally have, you know, somewhat of a plan for the future. That, and also, of course, the countdown to my birthday has started, which, to be honest...
What is happening? We're just having fun. I don't know what...
I don't really know what I'm gonna get for my birthday this year. Honestly, I already know what I want for my birthday, but I'll probably not be able to get it, ever.
Testing.
Probably, like, I do know what I want, but, yeah. Yeah, no. With the way my budget is, will never happen. unless somebody is able to make, an absolute goddamn miracle happen.
Testing
So what will we be
TBS.
doing tomorrow? Actually, tomorrow, you know what? I do have one thing planned. Either tomorrow or Thursday. And that is, I might either do Revisiting Venge or the first Sky Children of the Light stream. Sky Children of the Light is something that Maiden's been recommending I play on stream for a little while. And I don't know, it looks pretty good. So I might dip my toes into it a little bit. And try it out either on this laptop, or if I decide to install the Windows 10 drive and the Dell on that thing. Yeah, it all depends. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But anywho, I gotta get going. In any case, here forever, you pretty much know the drill. So thank you all for watching this wonderful stream here for day, night, week, whatever. And I will see ya all either tomorrow or Thursday, depending on what I want to do. So yeah.
And I'll see you later too.
Good night, everyone.
Good night, or good afternoon.
Stay classy, everyone. And good night. And I will see y'all.